If there's one thing that people are excited about and have been waiting very patiently for, it is AEW Fight Forever. Seems like this game is taking forever to get out and get released for the PlayStation and Xbox consoles, man. I'm excited about it. It's a part of my childhood about the Nintendo 64 versions of this game. No Mercy, WCW, NWO, WrestleMania, you guys know the deal. Part of my childhood, I loved it. I played it for hours upon hours upon hours, creating my own wrestling fantasy. It's great, man. I can't wait to see what EWX does with AEW Fight Forever, if it's in the same vein, what the story mode is going to be, how it's going to play. I just love that they're recreating this in the AEW image. I can't play these WWE 2K games anymore, man. There's no creativity. It's lame. The movements are garbage, blocky, stiff. It's just so bad, man. The writing sucks. All it is basically a graphics. Hey, man, how great can we make our game look this year? How much money can we suck out of these poor saps? These poor losers to pay for the same game every single year, man. That's all it is. Oh, but Jake, they added war games. Wow, man, they added war games. Something that they should have did 3 years ago. Great, man. I can't wait to pay $70 for a fucking war games match. AEW Fight Forever. What do we know so far? Apparently, news hit the internet this week that the game is going to see release very, very soon as AEW New Japan Forbidden Door weekend. After several delays in the planned release of AEW's first console game, sources close to EWX told Fightful that they believe an announcement will be coming sooner rather than later regarding the game. Now, Mike Straw, who used to work for Fightful, said that he's heard the release is set to be close to the Forbidden Door pay-per-view, though he cannot confirm that right now. That did create chatter that led to the detail of a possible announcement. It was noted to Fightful that the various release dates by online retailers over the past several months weren't really rooted in any truth whatsoever. They were placeholder dates. Originally, the game was aimed for a fall 2022 release, and Kenny Omega told Fightful in June of 2022 that he was hopeful that the game would be released in 2022, but that obviously was not the case. Achievement unlocks have been leaked online. Now, you're available to pre-install this game on Xbox consoles, and that typically doesn't happen unless there is a working game out there that is being beta tested, and normally when that happens, the game is close to being released. Now, Fightful was told that the announcement is set to be out there to the general public fairly soon, but we're not given any context as to what is considered soon. Many that worked on the AEW Fight Forever project, from writing stories, music, and all that stuff, wrapped up involvement in the game as far back as a year ago. So I hope that it's not out of date. I hope that whatever they worked on, music, things change, man, like that. In pro wrestling. I mean, I hope things are at least updated in the game and have changed from about a year ago. At one point, the internal hope was that it would release in the fall of 2022, like I previously mentioned, but those working on the game had stated that as of April, that the game was doing well, but not 100% done. Those that we spoke to, say Fightful, who played an early version of the game, said that the play style reminded them a lot of WWF, No Mercy, on the Nintendo 64, and that it is not supposed to play like the WWE 2K series. Thank fucking Christ, because those games are just awful. Evil Uno told Fightful in November of 2022 that he'd heard the plan is for a single release of the game with ongoing updates. Hopefully that year-long layover is updated to the current model as far as themes and attires and all that stuff that might be out of date. AEW even filmed chants for back in the game. Fan chants back in the game, and that was in April 2022 at one of their live events. Fightful was told that a year ago, the cutoff date for one-day roster inclusion had passed, but they were not sure if that had changed as the game took longer to update. There are veterans of previously successful and critically acclaimed WWE games who helped prepare the story modes for the game. Fightful reported last fall that heavy resources were put into the career mode in Fight Forever. The game is slated to be rated teen and had to be toned down for some of the gore and blood in order to be able to reach this rating. Just release the fucking game. That's all I have to say. Just release the game. I mean, it's long enough. I mean, how much more polishing is it going to need? I think it's about done. If I'm AEW with the announcement of Collision and CM Punk and all these great things that are happening in AEW, I think they should add this to the list of things that they're set to announce. I think a lot of people, it's going to be a great game. No doubt in my mind, it's going to be a great game. People are going to praise the game. People are going to be playing the game all over Kick and Twitch and YouTube, and I'm going to be jumping on the bandwagon, and you're going to see a lot of content from the game on this channel if you're into that type of thing because it's a wrestling-related channel. I can't wait. Just release the game. But one thing is for certain, guys. You're going to see the release of the game this year, maybe this summer. Hopefully, keeping our fingers crossed on that. Shifting gears to WWE. No WWE 2K23, but UFC and WWE. You guys know they have merged the company. Vince sold 51% of the company to Endeavor. It was never about a sale of the company, by the way. I hope you guys realize that as time went on. It was never about a sale of the company. Only Vince McMahon's inclusion, which he will be there till death, mind you. Per CNBC, the new operation, the merger of UFC and WWE will now be called TKO Group Holdings, according to a spokesman for Endeavor on Tuesday, May 16th. The company will trade on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker of TKO. The name is a reference to the professional fighting term of technical knockout. With this agreement, Endeavor and WWE hope to create a sports entertainment company that will be valued at more than $20 billion. Yes, $1 billion. $9 billion from WWE and the $11 billion that Endeavor right now has in the UFC. Endeavor CEO Ari Emanuel will serve as the CEO of TKO, while Vince McMahon will serve as the executive chairman of the new company. As previously reported, Endeavor and WWE sent an SEC filing with the placeholder name of New Whale Inc. Clearly, that was a placeholder name, and that was not going to be the name of the new company on the New York Stock Exchange. I wish somebody would TKO Vince McMahon so we could get the fuck out of there, to be quite honest with you, but I can't have that happen. I wish I could at the snap of a finger, but if you guys are going to be trading WWE and UFC on Wall Street, there you go, man. Look for TKO and hopefully make yourself some money. Pat McAfee. Speaking of making money, man, we'll end with this one. The $10 million man, Pat McAfee, signs a $10 million per year deal with ESPN. Pat McAfee is about to be paid mega money. 1 year ago, McAfee became a regular on ESPN's College Game Day, in addition to his college football broadcasts with Peyton Manning's Omaha Productions for ESPN. The Pat McAfee Show program has also grown into one of YouTube's biggest video podcasts. Wade Barrett started to fill in for Pat McAfee on color commentating for SmackDown when he joined College Game Day. The idea was that he would return after the football season was over, but clearly that did not happen. He focused on his show. He just had a child with his wife, their first. Congratulations to them. And he never came back. He did come back for a match at WrestleMania against The Miz, but that was basically it. He also did some color commentating for the Royal Rumble this year, but that was about it for Pat McAfee on WWE television. The New York Post reports that McAfee is moving his daily show, The Pat McAfee Show, from Fan Duel to ESPN, which will see him get paid more than 8 figures per year. This deal starts in the fall. He previously signed a 4-year, $120 million contract with FanDuel and was in the second year of that deal. How much is Pat McAfee making that he left a $120 million contract with FanDuel, man? They must be paying him fucking massive to say, you know what, fuck these guys, I'm going to go to ESPN. Disney, the parent company of ESPN, is in the middle of layoffs that will result in 7,000 jobs eliminated. They just clearly picked up all of Pat McAfee's team, so I guess that really didn't matter, including those at ESPN, a part of the 7,000. Pat McAfee is expected to be at the Disney Upfronts. He was at the Disney Upfronts on Tuesday afternoon. His daily show is expected to stay on YouTube in some form although part of it could also be shown on ESPN. I don't know what this means for the YouTube show. I don't really watch it regularly. I tune in from time to time just to see what's going on. The one thing that I would be concerned about if I'm avid viewers daily of the Pat McAfee show is now that it's going to be on ESPN, how much of the show is going to be toned down that it will be on ESPN? What are they not going to be able to do on ESPN that they were doing with a regular consistency on YouTube that they wouldn't be punished for on YouTube? Certain language going to be toned down or not used at all on ESPN, whereas on YouTube, you could get away with some of that stuff. How much of the essence of the show is going to change from platform to platform? That's what I would be worried about, but I guess it really doesn't matter if Pat McAfee's making more than $120 million with ESPN after he dumped Fan Duel. It's a crazy amount of number, man. You know, it is something that, and Pat McAfee's a class guy, man. He's a talented guy, very entertaining to listen to. There's a reason why he's the number one, or at least at the top of the video podcast realm on YouTube. You know, the charisma's there. They're an entertaining bunch of guys. They set the standard for what is going to be video podcasting, honestly. You know, that's what I strive to be. If you want to know where I'd love to take the show, I'd love to take the show to Sirius. That's the ultimate goal. You want to know where I want to take the show? It's to be the next Pat McAfee show. It's exactly what I want to do. That's the goal. That should be everybody's goal, man. You should look at this and find some sort of influence in what Pat McAfee's doing. Honestly, look at the money that is in what we are doing. That's what Pat McAfee's doing. It's great. It's a great story, and great to see someone like that pretty much set for life with all the hard work that he's done. Created a brand for himself after his football career was over, and look at where it's gotten him, man. It is truly a great story. So congratulations to Pat McAfee, and that's what we as content creators, video creators, aspire to be. Thank you guys very much, man. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Make sure you go check out all the other content. Plenty of it, man. It's a busy week. Make sure you guys go check the homepage. Everything you need is on the homepage. Go check it out. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell so you are notified of everything that we're doing. And hit that thumbs up. Strive for 1,000 likes today on Off the Script. Thank you guys very much. Next time you see me, we'll be live for SmackDown right here from the venue on Off the Script. I'll see you guys later.